Hi, Canyon Ridge Riverhawks. This is Dr. Teskey with another SOAR to Success story. Today we have with us Matt Slusher, Teague Sweezy, and Bailey Hebert. We have Matt with us today because he is our miracle man for the football team this year. Matt, you suffered from bacterial meningitis.
Yes, sir.
Things were pretty touch and go for a while. Why don't you share your experience and your miraculous recovery?
Started out kind of at the beginning of the school. Woke up at 6, of course, and had a massive headache. Couldn't stand up straight. Just not feeling good whatsoever. And I got life flighted over to Boise and diagnosed with bacterial meningitis. And at that time, I was just in and out. Couldn't speak. Couldn't open my eyes. Brain was swollen. The middle of my brain was halfway to my right side of my skull, and the first surgery was an emergency one to see what was particularly going on, and they had drained all the fluid and took out a piece of skull on the side of my head, which is my temple, and that was so the brain could swell. And then they had a secondary one because the fluid had come back. During that time, I was completely out. I was in a coma-like situation, and I only remember 2-3 people talking to me while I was under, and that would be my cousin, my mom, and my dad. Then after a few weeks from the second surgery, which was about a week and a half, I woke up and I was completely clear of everything, and just from there on out I was just recovering completely. And by the 16th, I should be able to get my skull replaced and then be able to do what I want.
Excellent. Just having you here is a huge success story. We're glad you're back at Canyon Ridge High School and that you made it through this potentially serious situation very successful. The football team did a nice gesture for you. Do you want to talk about that?
The football team on their, I think it was their homecoming game?
No, it was our first game.
Their first game, they all signed the game-winning ball, and Coach Impo had been in Boise for marriage, I think it was, and he stopped by the hospital and gave it to me.
Okay. A great example of some success off the field for Coach Impo to take some time to recognize you as a part of the team as you went through this, and that was pretty cool, the football team to sign the ball. Awesome. All right, we're going to talk about another huge success story. We got Teague Sweezy over here and Bailey Hebert. They had an awesome night, Friday night, underneath the lights. Pretty much played flawless football. So we beat Twin Falls. How big was that for you, Mr. Sweezy?
It was huge to finally, my senior year, be on the team to win the first game. So it meant a lot to me to for all of us to get together and do it my senior year.
What was your most memorable moment?
At the end of the game, when as a captain they chose me to hold the helmet up as the trophy, me and Scott, and as we were holding it up, the whole team came together as the crowd rushed the field. And that was a lot of fun.
That was something I'll never forget either, how the crowd rushed you guys. Awesome. Bailey, you had quite the night. I think you had close to 4 touchdowns, 2 long passes, interception that was almost for a touchdown, then a long run. Great night for you. Of course, Teague was throwing you those passes, but what was your most memorable moment?
On my last touchdown, Teague threw the ball to me, and I just remember looking back at Teague after we scored and just him shaking his head, telling me they couldn't stop us, and us both running up to Coach Impo, getting the play for the extra point. It was just awesome being able to share with Teague, because I remember 7th grade year just wanting to play with them and wanted to show him who's better.
All right. Keys to success, Teague. What do you think were your keys to success?
Offensively, I think it was our O-line. They really came out to play, and it's hard to stop a team when you have a huge O-line like ours that's making huge holes for the running backs. I mean, a 92-yard touchdown run, that's huge. Giving me all day to pass, that's just big. I put every game before it starts, I tell the O-line that the game's on their shoulders, and they really came out ready.
So the team approach, especially the O-line, made a big difference.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I have to hand it to you, Teague. You pretty much played flawless football. Didn't turn over the ball, didn't fumble at all, and just flawless football. It was an excellent game.
Thank you.
And you were on the money with the passes. All right, Bailey, how about your keys to success?
We've been struggling on defense a lot this year, and this game we just knew that we had to stop Twin because we've kind of been smashed on by the paper about our defense, and this was our time to prove that we are pretty good on D. And we ended up stopping Twin for almost the whole first half, and that was one of our biggest goals of the night. But our O-line did awesome. That game, they blocked great for me, and it was awesome.
So defensive and offensive team play. Matt, you were finally able to go to a game. What did you think when you were able to watch Twin Falls and Canyon Ridge play?
I was shocked with how well we were playing compared to when I first watched the first game when I was in 7th grade, and it was just a flawless game, honestly.
It was amazing. I loved how we honored the veterans, too. You guys had the uniforms from the National Guard on. We paid tribute to our flag. We paid tribute to our veterans. It was just probably one of the best nights I've ever seen as far as football and as far as the community and rallying around our veterans. So thank you guys for adding to that and for all that you do for Canyon Ridge High School. And congratulations on a huge, huge success that will never be forgotten at Canyon Ridge High School.